Right, we good? We live? Right. Hello, welcome back to the Football Chat Live. And we're here for the Qatar World Cup, Qatar 2022 World Cup draw. So, this should be very interesting. I'm very intrigued to obviously see who England get. But, overall, I'm hoping we get some really, really good ties. I want some interesting groups. I want some groups of death. I want a group where we're going to see some smaller countries get through. I think that's key to having a really good World Cup. But yeah, overall, just want to see some fun groups. Don't want to see anything too dull. Like for England, as much as of course I want them to get through, I do want some good early games.
I'd like to have at least one big side to see. Obviously, if we can beat that big side and then hope that maybe the two littler sides in our group, hope they can then knock them out.
Yeah.
I don't want a difficult group, obviously. I want an easy group for England to get through. All the other groups, though, I want all the big teams drawing against each other.
I wouldn't mind a bit of Germany, though. Group stages, just for a bit of spice.
Maybe.
As long as the other two teams were easily beatable. But yeah, I don't want England in the group of death. Because then, if they're out instantly, that is a pain. You're just checking the sound?
Yeah, sorry.
Are we good?
Yeah, that's alright. But yeah,
Good.
hopefully we see a good draw. Because it's one of those, and I hope we do get to see the draw pretty early, because sometimes with a draw, they'll spend 2 hours.
I feel like that's what we're locked in. We're locked in for a long time now.
And they'll draw out one ball every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't do that. Obviously, there probably will be a bit of build-up.
I was going to say, I don't think we'll see a ball until at least
hopefully
half
once,
5, maybe even 6.
Hopefully at least one, they draw all the balls at the same time. They don't do one and then go talk to some French geezer because they drew France. And then after talk to him...
Because if they just spoke to someone, just a French geezer for Brazil.
Well, yeah, no.
I'm presuming they're going to talk to the same guy every time. They've not got someone from each nation.
I don't know.
Not like, here's Boris, Felipe Massa, and I'm trying to think of a random French person.
Emmanuel Petit.
Sure.
No. Yeah, you're probably right. We'll soon find out. Starts at 5. We've gone live a little bit earlier.
So we can discuss it. But to be fair,
Yeah.
even if we went live at 5, it'd probably be all right. Because, as I said, I don't think we're going to get any balls to anything drawn out.
I think we'll talk about the draws and probably go through the different pots.
Yes.
At the time. But obviously, since we've got a while.
Sorry,
FA
I'm
Cup
just
based.
changing up. Laith Bukida. I think I've nailed that. Hi! Exclamation mark. Hi, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I recognise that name. So yeah, thanks for tuning in again. Welcome to the stream. Should be a good one this evening. In terms of group of death, I mean, I think it's going to have to involve Germany, as they are their second pot. So I think if you're a first seed and you get Germany and it's not Qatar, then that will probably be the group of death. But there's some interesting ties. I think if like Poland are in pot 3, Canada are a difficult one in pot 4. Yeah, from Twitter. All right. Yeah, no, I do recognise you.
Our Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of
Twitter does all right. I was literally about to tweet out on there to bring in the masses.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, since you don't need to, they're already loving it.
depends. I think there's also some difficult teams in some pots. Yeah, pot 2 you've got.
I was just going to get the pots up so we can have a look at that.
Germany and Denmark. We're kind of England in pot 1, probably the main team we're focused on.
Yeah, I mean, as we are English, I kind of care who we're going to be playing against. But
yeah, and obviously for the World Cup, it's still quite a while away though. The World Cup, as it's obviously now in winter rather than the summer.
I think we're seeing more of the English bias that we did in the last England stream. 7 votes so far. Will England win the World Cup? 100% voting for yes.
England.
Not even one person going, you know what, actually, Brazil are pretty decent, aren't they?
I think like Scotland.
World Cup pots.
But I do feel one thing. Obviously, the big topic was Gareth Southgate speaking out about the
That's been
the
a big
way
thing
the
recently,
stadiums have are being built in Qatar, which I'm glad he has. Someone needed to, because it isn't right. Using slaves to build them. And realistically, we shouldn't. You'd like to think UEFA would look at that and go, right, let's not go there. But obviously, it's money involved.
Be odd if UEFA had anything to do with it.
Sorry, not UEFA, FIFA. Why do I think UEFA?
It's just like it's the whole World Cup, but we've let UEFA do it.
But yeah, obviously, money talks, and FIFA only care about the money. But then obviously I think it was the guy who's head of football in Qatar has said that he'd happily have a chat with Southgate about it and talk about it, which I think was really interesting.
He said before you make comments on the slaves, you should talk to him first. But
he said, and also it was related to the couple of deaths they'd had while building them, and he was saying they were isolated incidents.
Still deaths though, weren't they? Yeah. A few messages in chat. By the way, we have now had someone vote no, so they're getting kicked. No, of course. Only joking. Laith Buakida. I think I've nailed that. Buakida. Tell me, if you could tell me how to actually pronounce that, so I don't change it every time. I'm Tunisia. I remember the heartbreak England caused me last time around. Yeah, Russia. We did. It was England, Tunisia, wasn't it? Because we had Panama as well in that group, and Belgium.
And England won 2 out of them.
Yeah.
Poor Tunisia.
Hey, HS Hell, yo. Hi, HS Hell. Welcome. You know my name, Leith. Okay. I'll just stick with Leith and ignore the second name then. So I can't butcher it. And we've had another no. This is a disgrace. Well, to be fair. Yeah, 11 votes, 73% think England will win the World Cup.
It does worry me.
Big favourites then.
It does
big majority.
worry me that England are. I know that, especially in England are becoming the favourites. Everyone's expecting them to win. Unlike the Euros, which I think is a bad. Obviously, we want them to win, but it's when England have always been expected to do well. For example,
the golden era in about like 96.
Was it the 2016 Euros? When we got knocked out by Iceland.
Not that one. We were not expected to do anything. It was I'm talking like Gerrard Lampard days as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, we didn't win one there.
Such a great.
We were closer to winning the Euros with Harry Maguire than when we were with John Terry.
Few messages. England will do it. Yeah. And I'm really surprised you don't have more followers. Your channel is amazing, to be honest.
A lot of people say that.
Appreciate that a lot.
I wonder why
Thanks.
we are, maybe
A lot
more
of people say that. Yeah. Just need to push it out to more people, because every person that does see it absolutely loves it.
Especially
just
after
need to get it out to the
stream
masses.
Our stream on...
Yeah, I mean, Wednesday did really
Wednesday
well.
was incredible, yeah. Did very good numbers. And
No, it was Tuesday,
great,
not
great
Wednesday.
Great to see.
Shall I run through the pots then?
Go on then.
Because I think there's some very interesting things here. In pot 1, so of course the host Qatar, joined by Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, England, Spain and Portugal.
Okay.
So, obviously, they're pretty much the favourites. I do think, there's a few interesting ones in there. Anyway, pot 2, Mexico, Netherlands, could be they're two tough teams.
Yeah.
If you draw them, Denmark, Germany, they're the big ones in pot 2. You've got Uruguay, Switzerland, United States and Croatia. Realistically, anyone you draw from pot 2 is going to be a tough game. Yeah. But if you're England, you're wanting to avoid Germany. I don't really want to play US, if I'm honest.
Out of all of them, I
think they can be a bit of
Uruguay or
tough
Mexico, I think.
Yeah, Croatia. They were runners-up in the Euros 4 years ago. Yeah. Something like that. And now they're...
Again,
oh, yeah, it was 2016. Ages ago then. But they did... No, it wasn't 2016. Russia 2018.
Oh, yeah, sorry, runners-up in the World Cup.
World Cup, that's what I meant. So, now they're pot 2. So, and then pot 3, Senegal. Tough team if you draw them.
Yeah.
A very strong side then. Iran... Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, again another very difficult one in pot 3. South Korea and Tunisia.
For me,
as you mentioned, Laith. I'm sure you'll be looking out to see where they end up.
I think you want to avoid Poland and Serbia at the most.
I'd say Senegal over Serbia.
Nah, Serbia alright.
Like Livakovic?
Mitrovic.
Vlahovic?
Mitrovic as well.
I think Vlahovic is more of a worry than Mitrovic.
Exactly.
No one's going, hang on, they've got Deuce Flashman. Don't care about that, mate. They've got Mitrovic.
He just dragged his team up.
And then pot 4, Cameroon, Canada, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, and then we've still got playoffs in IC. So that's intercontinental.
Wales.
I know that's UEFA playoff.
Scotland.
So UEFA, we've still got one more place to come from Europe, which is either Ukraine, Scotland, or Wales, and then we have 2 playoffs still to go, which I think is a mixture of places. Because I think you've still got Costa Rica from North America. I think you've got New Zealand from Oceania kind of way, and then I think you've still got a few Asian teams in that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not an expert on draws. I think
that there's difficult teams in each pot, really, for me.
There's a potential for a very tough draw. I think in terms of the easiest, of course, you want to draw Qatar pot 1.
Yeah.
Pot 2, I think Mexico, Denmark, Switzerland.
Who's the other one?
Uruguay, you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I think if you avoid Germany and Netherlands, you're all right. I think they're the toughest.
I still want to avoid Denmark.
Yeah, Denmark are a tough team. I think you dare draw us again. Oh, sorry, I only just seen that. Yeah, that wouldn't be great for Tunisia if they got England. I mean, right now Tunisia are going to be begging for Qatar. I'm sure you are.
I think Tunisia get Qatar, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia. I think they could get through out of that.
I'd say Ecuador over Saudi. But yeah.
Who's Saudi got?
They haven't, but they're just a stronger team overall. I've been watching some of Yankee football. They seem to know what they're talking about with every other nation that isn't the major ones, because they do loads of content based on the random ones, and they've been saying Saudi are pretty decent, so I'll back it.
I guess.
But yeah. And then the 3 other playoffs, of course, we've still got them to go. But if they are someone like a Wales, they're pretty easy, I'd say. Scotland, I don't know. And then of course Ukraine.
As England,
I think Ukraine are the strongest team.
As England, I don't want Scotland or Wales.
Why not? Beat a rival early on.
No, they won't get through now. I hope it's Ukraine. I think it will be Ukraine. I think they're a better team.
Yeah, Lath is just saying there that she wants Saudi Arabia for Tunisia. Honestly, our team is so trash. I was so happy when we qualified.
Who have you got?
I was going to say, like, Wahib Khazri is the only player I can think of.
Yeah, do I have a look at the Tunisia squad?
Or just throw some players into the air. Let's have a look.
I'm trying to think.
But yeah, Wahib Khazri, that was like years. Is he still playing football? Is he still a thing?
He's not Sunderland, I know that much. I remember last place I remember he go was sort of Etihad.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know where he's gone. I don't know if he still plays. He might have retired.
Let's see if I can find these.
Or he might just not be good enough.
Okay, so Costa Rica play New Zealand.
For one space, okay. Then you've got Wales, Scotland, Ukraine for second space.
And then it's either UAE or Australia will play Peru for a spot in it. Khazri, Bon, Hannibal from Man United. I do know Hannibal.
He's right.
Is it Majibri?
He's not bad.
Majibri? Something like that.
It's not bad, side.
Bon. Macaulay Bon. That's all I can think of. I genuinely don't know that is. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't do my research on Tunisian national.
There are a few veterans, but the problem is the coach. He never managed at any level. See, that's the problem with the Albanian national team, who I'm not from Albania, but I'm quite fond of them. Picked up an obsession with them from the 2016 Euros because they were the worst team there, so thought I might as well back them. It's kind of just stemmed from there. And yeah, we've got a decent squad now, but just not the manager to take us forward. Like we would be in that Poland spot if only we'd managed to get a victory against Poland. Mm-hmm. Or even just drawn that game. If we'd just scored a goal to take it to 1-1.
As an England fan,
good.
I'd want Albania over Poland.
You're going to fall asleep as well during this stream. Every stream, man.
I'm trying to be a very tired bloke, but alright, I'm here for the draw. I'm looking forward to it.
Finally, now we have, well,
should be out of the house.
It says World Cup 2022 draw coming up. I don't know what's better to watch this on, because I think it is on YouTube, but it's also on Sky Sports. So we've got Sky Sports on, because, you'd like to think it'd be better than the YouTube version.
Yeah,
but
the YouTube is on Sky Sports.
It's on the Sky Sports YouTube,
Why they got 4 people? They're not doing it here, are they?
I don't think they're the blokes getting them out, no.
No, but don't tell me they're going to Sky doing their own talk.
Well, it's not going to... Oh, yeah.
And then they've got one bloke.
I imagine the FIFA broadcast doesn't start till past or something like that.
Yeah, good point.
So this might be Sky broadcast for another half an hour or something like that. Anyway, yeah. We're going to be here until they pull all the names out the hat. When that's going to be, I don't exactly know. So... if you want to stick for us with us throughout, that'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, we've already smashed the goal of 10 goal. We're already on 11.
How many got watching right now?
We currently have 8 watching. So
nice.
Welcome to everyone to the stream. 17 votes as well. 59% now. Back in an England World Cup win. So still the favourites at the moment, but I think if we get a few more Brazilians and Frenchmen.
They have the draw here.
I'm trying to think what you call someone from France there.
You've got...
He's just French, isn't
so there'll be 8 groups of 4.
Hang on. Explain the format of the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm just reading. I don't know if they've changed anything.
Okay, yeah, it's based on FIFA World Rankings, basically, the pots are. Apart from Qatar, who just jump up because they're...
And then it's the whole...
Oh my god, did you see the World Cup mascot? No.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, I need to check this one.
In Russia, we've had some great mascots across the years.
Yeah, they've binned off the mascot this year. Just got a giant magnet. I need to find this. I'll try and find a picture of it so we can see it.
That's one thing to note. Teams from the same continent cannot be drawn together, apart from Europe, who can have a maximum of 2.
I was going to say, there's that means England are definitely not drawing Germany, Switzerland, Croatia.
Yeah, so you can't
Denmark.
have, England, sense. Germany, Poland. You can only have England and Germany.
I don't know if I agree. I think that helps the bigger teams, if anything. Because if you're Brazil and you know you can't draw Argentina, who they couldn't anyway. Just realised that.
Argentina aren't there.
But
Oh, no, sorry,
you know you can't draw Uruguay. That also takes out Ecuador. Now this is
No,
testing
it's
my
not too-
South America
exactly,
knowledge
it's
now.
not too many.
Yeah, but I guess if it's one nation.
There's so many in
one
Europe.
other from Europe. That makes sense.
Yes, right.
Because
So you've got
if you
the
can't
group
draw
stage. We
Uruguay.
played from November the 21st to December the 2nd. Round of 16 is December the 3rd to December the 6th. Quarterfinals is December the 9th and 10th. The semis are on December 13th and 14th. And the finals December the 18th.
What is that?
That's the mascot. It's just a flying T-Town.
Yeah.
What is it?
And it's called Laib. It's okay.
It's
Well,
a ghost,
amazing.
is it not?
It's
I think it's a ghost.
Casper the Friendly Ghost. I
Or
don't know what that
is.
is.
Is it
That is
because you were in
quality.
Qatar?
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be like the headdress, isn't it? But it's just a flying headdress.
What? That's the rubbish.
I don't know how they're going to get that man in the stadium.
No.
He can't wear... He's got to learn how to float. Right, sure. Fish Kings, welcome to the stream. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. Seen you in a stream. But it's good to see you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching, you just don't want to talk to us. By the way, we have now flicked over to no in terms of will England win the World Cup. So we've either got a lot of pessimistic
24 votes.
England fans.
That's quite a lot of votes already.
Or some England haters. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't
we'll see
really
now.
compare to the 281 we got on the last stream, but no, it's really
I've
decent
noticed they've
for the
built all
first
they've
20
built
minutes of
all
a stream.
stadiums to host 40,000, by the way, in Qatar.
Only 40,000.
Well,
You think
I
if
saw
you're going
the
to go
last two
big
there.
for a World Cup, you're going 80k?
Yeah, no, but they've got a builder, haven't they? And
Yeah.
we already know the controversiality of the way they're being built. Don't know if that's a word or not, but yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, so we're looking at England in the World Cups.
What did you
2018
see? ... Isn't it a lioness? What, the mascot? It's the World Cup mascot, not the England one.
So England, hang
It's
on.
it's just a floating headdress.
So England, we got to the semis in 2018, got knocked out in the group stage in 2014. We then, I don't know what we did in 2010. 2006 we got to the quarters, 2002 we got to the quarters, 1998 we got to the round of 16. And then we didn't qualify in 1994, we got to the semis in 1990, and we got to the quarters in 1986.
Thanks for a little bit. I mean, it's not very brief. We keep going.
History.
We're just looking at the Sky Sports thing that's telling us that England
Yeah.
are doing well at World
And
Cups.
now I'm waiting for them to...
We haven't got like some unfathomably good knowledge of
Harry
England's
Kane
World Cup
is
runs.
will need to score 4 goals this World Cup to level Gary Lineker as being England's
That is
leading World Cup
incredibly
goal
low.
scorer. It is 10.
In World Cups. I get you.
For
Oh,
Lineker.
I guess you only go to like 4.
Yeah.
But still, it's a hat trick and each is 12.
And nobody in the now team
To be
is
fair,
in the
four's
top
I guess
6.
4's a little bit.
Nobody
of a push.
in the team now.
It's got to fall nicely if you go to more than 3.
Nobody in the team now is in the top 6 for England World Cup appearances. Obviously,
Yeah, that would be mental.
because there's not really much you can do.
Yeah, unless they start doing World Cups every like 2 years or whatever it was. Hi TFC Catering, good to see you. I'm not hungry at all right now. I'm full of anything.
No, I'm alright.
Just ate a load
Yeah,
before
that mascot is shocking.
Now we're looking through Scotland's things. They're not even in the World Cup
That's good.
yet.
At the moment, yeah.
So,
But I don't know how long we're going to be here for. We could be here for ages.
Laith, I think this is one of the most competitive World Cups ever.
There's a
guess
lot. It always is the World Cup, really, because so
Yeah,
many teams
but,
can win it once you get it.
Like, if I'm thinking back to the Euros, I mean, I'm fairly sure in our build-up we all said France were going to win it. Like in the predictions video, I'm fairly sure we all said France were going to win it. So
this year, I really think anyone could win it.
I don't have a clue.
Brazil.
I don't want to
England,
say England.
France,
I don't want to
Germany,
say England because
Portugal, Spain, Argentina, maybe.
What you drinking? He has Oasis summer fruits, right? Something
I
like
don't know what it is.
that. I have Tesco pink lemonade. So
We've got beer stacked. Just drink. No.
Carlsberg on tap.
But yeah. Well, in terms of World Cup winners, Brazil have won it 5 times.
Yeah.
The most. Germany have won it 4.
To be fair, the World Cup leading goal scorer's only got 16, so the 10 for...
Good point. And
What's
that is
his
also
face? Isn't too
Miroslav
bad.
Klose. Ronaldo.
That's
leads
the other
2.
Ronaldo
Oh, okay.
at R9.
I was going to say, yeah.
If not, they put Cristiano. I just have water.
Water's lovely. I
Yeah,
like water.
it's very pure.
But yeah, France beat Croatia 4-2 in the 2018 World Cup final.
Other beverages are available.
By the way, when Trippier scored that free kick,
Was a banging moment.
That was incredible. But then we ended up losing.
Was
So Mario Mandzukic and
Mandzukic, not
Yeah.
Mandusic.
same bloke, and
No.
well, Mario. We lost to Mario.
Or Balotelli. Or the little red man who jumps about.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi beat us in the semi-finals of the World Cup. I really hope England can go all the way. And I hope that we can.
Do you think this is our year?
Yeah, this is it. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming.
I think we might win US 26. If I was gonna go for a winner should we do winners? I mean, we've got a while till I think it's gonna get. Why are they looking at possible groups? Oh, it could be England, US, Tunisia,
anyone.
Saudi.
It could be anyone.
So they've just put on the Sky broadcast. Okay. Well, yeah, we could get anyone. Another possible. It could be England, Germany, Senegal, and Ecuador.
There's no way. We could be all day. There's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
There's no way we're going to go through this many. We're going to go for like thousands of different possible.
I'm intrigued to see what other groups get put up there. I mean, I'm favouring that one over the easy one.
Yeah, so I'll take that.
More entertaining.
I don't want Saudi because they might come after us.
God, we're not getting political
We've had Tunisia
while
before.
discussing the World Cup
We've had Tunisia
live.
before, so
Draw live.
and then starting on Senegal. But I'll take USA, Saudi, and is it actually a flying?
Yeah.
A flying.
Lath just added me on Twitter. That is.
Was his that?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
just-
get for their culture and stuff, it makes a lot of sense, but not as a mascot. Maybe as a digital mascot, which is what it is there, but you can't have a physical thing of that.
I
It
also
doesn't
don't
have
understand-
legs.
But sorry, someone's been paid to design that. It's just a white sheet of paper with some eyes. I could have done that.
When does the actual draw start? We don't know.
Any time between now and
So
an hour.
when I looked at it, the programme started at 5 and ended at 7. So I went, well, yeah, if we're here from 4:45, we can't possibly miss it. But yeah, in terms of when they're actually going to start drawing names out of a hat, not a clue, HSL. Sorry. You'll have to stick with us for the full 2 hours and 15 that we're going to be live, just waiting to see who England are going to play in the World Cup.
Yeah, but
When they're not going to win it, according to chat. 56% saying no.
which is wrong. We're gonna win it. England is going to be coming home. Harry Kane is going to score at the random Qatar stadium that.
I do hope we get to see it on here, and it's not just these blokes sat around having a chat.
Is there not another channel we can put it on? Because it wasn't on. The
No, it
news
does say news alert, World Cup draw coming up.
So, it must
So I imagine they're going to cut to that when they're actually pulling the names out of the hat.
Yeah, but we've just
Would
got to
be
sit
my best guess.
talk for a bit and debate and I guess talk about the World Cup.
Yeah.
The thing is, for me, I do think England win it, but there are so many teams that could also win it. It's difficult because with the Euros there are obviously less teams. So that means that less big teams. So it means there's less teams winning. But obviously with the World Cup you've added in Argentina, Brazil. That's about it. There are more.
What do you think of them increasing the size of the World Cup? Do you think it's a good idea?
If we put it back to the summer, yes.
Because personally, I'm a huge fan of it.
By the way, just back to our stadiums conversation. The Sale has 80,000.
Yeah.
Al Bayt has 60,000. All the rest are 40,000. So they've got one big stadium, one medium-sized stadium, and then all the rest are just small 40,000 stadiums.
Hey, just heard what England sides you guys decided on seeing at this World Cup. Well, as a massive Chelsea fan, I'm really hoping Mason Mount has a good tournament. I think he will.
I think we'll see a similar 11 to the one we saw at the Euros, because it has only been a year. So it hasn't been usually. It hasn't been the 2 years that.
I don't know. I think he's got some big choices to make. Southgate. Like if you're looking at an England starting 11 right now, I think it's incredibly hard to do. I think like goalkeepers nailed on.
It is, unless you're Gareth Southgate. For Southgate, he will go.
Yeah.
Back five will definitely be Pickford.
We know it's Pickford, but like in my opinion, Ramsdale deserves a shout at that.
It will be Pickford, Shaw, Maguire, Dyer.
I can't be Dyer. It can't possibly be Dyer with Stones. I think it's more like to be Mings, even though he shouldn't be there at all.
Or he'll go 3 back, put Shaw wing back now, back 3 of Maguire, Walker and Mings.
I think it'd be Reece, Maguire, Mings, and then Shaw.
No, I think he'll want to get Trippier and Walker in there.
I don't.
I do, because it's...
Neither of them played at the Euros.
Yeah, they did.
Neither of them started.
Did Trippier not start?
I'm fairly sure it was...
Walker started on the right
Walker started at right back, but I think they'll change that to Reece now.
Maybe. Where does Trent go, though?
He doesn't. Put him middle midfield.
He won't do that. No, I'm being serious. Not what you would do, obviously.
Dyer is the best English centre-back. He is insanely good. How Mings over Dyer? Are you crazy? Right, I don't personally think that Tyrone Mings is better than than Dyer, sorry. But that is exactly...
You joking?
That is exactly what Southgate will do.
Tyrone Mings is better than Eric Dyer.
If it was my England back two, then I'm going Gurhey and...
He's not going to do that World Cup.
Colwell.
Are you telling Tyrone Mings is better than Eric Dyer?
I'm bringing Terry out of retirement. Yeah.
So is Ezri Konsa.
Konsa's better, Mings isn't.
That's what I don't understand. Why does every...
Konsa's better than Mings. That's so clear.
So why is Konsa not getting called up for England?
Because he seems to love Mings. He's part of the squad. It's like Maguire's our captain. Don't you not find that mental?
Is very good. What do you think of Maguire? It's an interesting one. And I think I've said this before. He is Pickford. He is very like Pickford. Terrible at club level, but on the national stage, incredible.
Yeah, because I think both of them play for teams that aren't great. But when you actually see that... when you actually see them play with good quality players under a good manager, they do have good games. Do you watch Wings? I'm sorry, I think you mean Mings. Do you watch Wings? Wings, I do, and he sucks. He makes a mistake every game. Dyer is so good. He's a Villa fan, so he's biased, so we don't care for his opinion.
I've watched Wings. He makes errors.
Then Laith, you're a Tottenham fan, so everyone's biased here, so I think I get the deciding vote.
And you should decide.
Of which that Mings is not as good as Eric Dyer.
He is.
Dyer's key to us is very good. I would argue Christian Romero is your best centre-back at Tottenham right now. Not Eric Dyer. I think Romero's quality. I think if you pair him next to any competent centre-half...
I'm not saying that Dyer's bad.
Tottenham
I just think Mings is better. But in terms of leadership and experience, yes, Dyer, but... I don't know, in just terms of defending, I'll take by guess then at a World Cup you need experience and leadership with Maguire and Dyer. You get that. And
yeah, but then midfield three, you're not going to have the same thing, are you? You're not going to stick Jordan Henderson, James Milner, and Joey Barton in a midfield three.
No, because you've already got he's probably in prison or somewhere, but also he's retired.
What, James Milner?
Yeah. No, but then you have that in your back too, so you don't need that. Midfield three will probably be Rice, Phillips, and Hendo.
No.
Well, it will be because it's Southgate.
No.
Who are you putting in there then?
I'd go Foden. No, I'd go Mace, Rice, Bellingham, or JWP.
Okay,
then I'd put
drop Phillips for Mount. Drop Phillips for Mount.
Or JWP or something like that. Then I'd play some. I think Kane's
Sterling, Kane.
Kane's
Foden.
nailed on. I think Tammy is a very good backup option. And then on the wings, hey, can you give us your probable starting 11? It's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm guessing that message probably sent a while ago and we've only just received it.
Eric Van Dyer.
No, that's outrageous. You're trying to say Eric Dyer's on the same level as Van Dijk.
Right.
Disgusting.
Couldn't we? So can someone tell Sky Sports that no one cares about possible
There are so many
groups?
possible groups it could be.
I was trying to think of some kind of like bingo thing we could do here, but it just doesn't work.
It's 41. It's Senegal.
Because it's not done randomly. I was going to go like we could put 9 teams down if we get them. If we get all 9 first, but of course we'd just go for everyone in pot 1, and then guess a team in guess a team in pot 2, and if we get whoever gets one first wins. But yeah, I mean that's just a shit group. If it's England, US, Iran, Wales, I'm bored.
I won't bother watching it now, Will.
I'll watch all the games, but I'll be bored stiff.
I am that type of England fan though. For us to get Iran, we beat Iran 5-0 in the group stage, and suddenly I'm going, it's coming home.
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline's
I was going to
banging
say,
out.
when we're all sat here in November, you know, vibing along with the England game, so we're sat here going, I'm bored.
We're 3-0 up
so
against
bored
Iran,
of
and we're
it.
just sitting here saying we're going to win the World Cup because we're beating Iran.
Yeah, chanting it's coming home because Kane scored a hat-trick against Iran.
No offence to Iran, but they are rubbish.
Now we get to watch Wales goals. Because
Gareth
everyone
Bale,
wants to
he
do
scored
that.
for Wales. Good for him. And then probably goes playing. He'll probably miss it because he's probably got to win a golf tournament.
You know, if Wales go to the World Cup,
Yeah,
they'll just get knocked out in the groups.
definitely.
So you know you can do all this. Ukraine are a much better team than Wales.
Ukraine will get through if the game can get played, which it will, obviously.
But yeah, should we do a full starting 11 for HSL then? Because I don't think we've done a very
Right,
coordinated one.
Pickford.
You do yours first, and then I'm gonna do mine because
No, we went to a joint one.
no,
Okay, Pickford.
because we cannot agree that Mings.
Pickford,
Is not horrific.
Shaw, Maguire, Dyer, Trippier. Then Rice, Hendo, Mount, and then Sterling, Kane, Foden. Or Sterling, Kane, Sancho, depending on who's on form.
Decent. Wales are so class. They have Rodon and Davies, who are so good. No, Rodon, yeah. Joe Rodon. No, Wales are not good. That's just a fact. They're just not a good football team. What are you guys watching? Don't you have the president speaking? Where are the possible groups? We're watching the Sky broadcast.
I think we're watching the Sky version of this. Which
Yeah, but I think they'll then show the draw. They're just not going to show the president waffling, which is what they're doing. Which is what's happening on the FIFA broadcast right now.
I guess they still say World Cup draw coming up.
Exactly. And no one's going, oh, someone's been drawn out. Nothing's happened yet.
We'll
We're
see,
fine.
we'll see.
As I said, we won't get a ball out the hat until at least 5:30, maybe even 6 o'clock. So, yeah.
I'd like to see.
And I don't think Sky are going to not think we're... the reason I think it could be 6 o'clock is because Sky have the first hour and then the second hour as different shows. Which makes you think that the first hour's just talking, the second hour's drawing.
You say we're not going to see a ball for another 40 minutes?
Well, we might see one in 7, so guess we'll wait and see. I want to see Rice and Sancho. Right, I'll do mine. Obviously, I'm going Pickford in nets. Reece, Gurhey, Stones, Chilwell.
No chance.
Chilwell. Midfield 2 of Rice and Ward-Prowse. Then I think Sancho on the right. Then Foden on the left, Mount in the attacking mids, and then you push Kane up front.
So no Sterling,
No.
no Henderson,
Oh,
no Maguire.
yeah, Stone does really
no
well.
Dyer.
But I think you... Yeah, I mean, Maguire, Dyer, Henderson, no, not a chance.
I'm sorry, you can't start. You can't
I
start.
think you could throw Sterling in over Foden. You can
can't
move a
start
few
Gurhey.
players around and stuff.
at a
Yeah,
World
yes,
Cup.
I can.
You can't.
Yes, I can. I just did.
He's played against
Bang.
Switzerland
Just
in a
did it.
friendly. He hasn't
And?
played any qualifiers.
Not asked.
No chance.
Doesn't need to have played.
And I'm kind of thinking in my head what Southgate's got planned.
Because
as well.
he's played the friendly. If he plays the friendlies before the World Cup and continues his good form, I think he's a better choice than Maguire. No, of course. Right now, start Maguire, but in the future, Gurhey 100%. And Tomori, it doesn't even seem to be getting a shout at the moment. No one's even talking about him.
I do think he should.
As soon as you
He's
step
playing
out
friendly.
of the Premier League, like, what's his face? Southgate just forgets. Who is England's next striker after Kane? Tammy Abraham.
Now, a person who's been forgotten because they're playing in the English
Yeah,
league.
Tammy Abraham, easy. That's like Sancho, never got an England call-up, comes to Man United, now he's in the team every week.
So I believe because Tammy Abraham for Roma, I believe, has scored over 20 goals this season.
Yeah, he's got a ridiculous.
And he hasn't even been called up once.
Who is England's next striker after Kane? So I think it goes Tammy, then both Ings and Vardy have retired from international football. Wilson's shite. Genuinely, like Ollie Watkins, he keeps getting a play for some reason. Tammy didn't get called up to the recent one, but Watkins did.
Watkins is good. Watkins is good. Doesn't just because he gets called up, Tammy doesn't get called up. Doesn't mean that Watkins is still good.
And
Watkins
then
is third in.
probably after that, it's Jesus at Bell.
Arsenal fans think that Eddie Nketiah is good at football, which I think is disgusting.
I don't think any Arsenal fans do. Like Connor always says he's naff. Balogun's all right, but he's not great.
That's the one. Sorry, Balogun. Yeah. They have no good English.
Where's that
strikers.
come from? Balogun's not English.
Isn't he?
Balogun's Nigerian, isn't he?
Oh,
Or at least he's got the choice of allegiances.
He was English, so he might not transferred, but he might have changed nationality.
I don't think it matters. I don't think he's playing for either. He's not getting in over Osimhen.
Well, he will in the future, won't he?
No, because Osimhen's young.
Not that young, is he?
Yeah, Osimhen's like 23, 22, something like that.
And just make sure his don't turn off.
Oh yeah.
Let
me have a gander.
I guess. Do you want to go? I wonder if you want to go through that.
No, first I'm just checking how old Victor Osimhen is.
Just checking that.
Osimhen.
I wonder what.
Osimhen's
go
23.
through that. 11 that isn't going to the World Cup.
Oh no, it's Leon Balogun, isn't it? Folarin Balogun is English, isn't he? Because he's playing for the youngsters. Yeah, he was at the Under-21s World Cup. How do you feel about the human rights issue in Qatar? Yeah, such a massive touristic tournament's being held there. I think it's a fucking disgrace. I mean, it's quite obviously a disgrace. The fact that we're going to Qatar... I mean, I don't want to get too political. This is a football show. We're going to try and keep it predominantly on that. I do know a very good politics guy, though, if it does go to that. By the way, thanks for we're now on 411 subs.
Nice.
So that's double decent.
Yeah, it is a joke that we are going to Qatar, and the fact that we've also changed it to the winter because of Qatar, which doesn't irritate me as a watcher. You know, I'm not bothered about watching it in winter. But although it does mean there's not much going on over the summer.
Yeah, it annoys me for content,
and it puts a lot of more pressure on the players.
Yeah,
they have to stop halfway through the season to go play a World Cup.
Also, summer tournaments are just vibes. You know, you're reaching the end of school, and so they teach a bit more relaxed than that. Whereas, I'm going to be preparing for GCSEs and stuff.
You can all be outside and having a party and that, and then you come in and watch the football. But you can't do that in the winter because it's freezing. It might even be snowing.
Yeah.
What kind of celebrations can you have in the snow?
Well, we'll go pretty mental in the studio. Might have to get some of those strobe lights again.
But yeah, I
have a few vibes.
Yeah, I'll see. At some point, I think it'll be a good conversation.
I mean, of course, the human rights and that is annoying, but our main grievance is that it's in the winter because we want football in June.
But I think it is a joke that we've also gone to Qatar and we've changed when it is.
Any country that has to deny using slaves and denies being a massively homophobic country by just
and also
even if
they weren't using slaves, I still wouldn't go to a country that is building the stadiums the year of the World Cup.
I can't understand why.
Because if we also
football heritage is just not took into account at all.
If we weren't in the summer, if we were doing it in the summer this year, the stadiums wouldn't be finished.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really annoying. But yeah, as we said, we don't want to get too political.
Speaking about Arsenal, I'm excited about Martinelli getting called up. Yeah. I think he's pretty much nailed on in being involved in the team. I don't think he'll start.
No.
Because you've got Vinicius and you have... Well, to be fair, he could start on the right wing. Because I don't think you should have Neymar anywhere near that team if you want to do well, but they probably will have him. But in my personal opinion, Neymar shouldn't be starting.
Yeah, Brazilian fans adore him.
Yeah, because he can do flip-flaps. I'll be watching it, but I'm really not fond of it being in Qatar. I literally cannot go there, and I really want to go to a World Cup. Yeah, no, it's not.
I
Not a
actually know
great
someone who is
situation.
going to the World Cup.
Really? Why? Like,
Yeah.
I'm planning now on going US 2026. I think it's just gonna be a really good World Cup. Like, in terms of just because it's got a bit of football heritage. It's not like crazy for it, but you know, it's a good solid country.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no horrific human rights
I think
abuses.
everything.
I think
There's
it's
so
gonna be a good
many
tournament.
reasons why it shouldn't be in Qatar. I could at least list 10. It's a joke.
Qatar being a Muslim nation have fasting during Ramadan. That's why they might be doing it in the winter. Yeah. I mean, of course, you have to
That's what I'm saying. There's loads
end
of
before the
reasons.
season ends. Lol. Yeah. All right. Leif makes a good point. The main reason is it's too hot to play football in the Middle East in June.
It's too hot to play it in the summer. The stadiums won't be built by the summer, which is ridiculous.
They're doing it because of the heat. Yeah.
But there might be. I don't really
They've
know
just-
much about.
Think of what I'm saying there.
But yeah, I think it's outrageous we're going to Qatar. But in the world we live in nowadays, money talks.
Yeah,
a lot.
money's the only thing that talks. Which is a shame. Because, if I'm honest, going to, like, if we're doing Qatar this year, Saudi next year,
Just
might as well throw Russia in there for a
although-
laugh.
Although,
Just like, oh,
doesn't
ridiculous.
mean that if England win it, I'm not going to be happy. If England win the World Cup, no matter where it is, it will still be incredible. But, you know, it's not the greatest. It's probably one of the worst countries we could be doing it in.
Yeah.
What about Saudi Arabia,
There's
though?
also, of course, you're going to have such a limited amount of English fans there.
Yeah.
Like, Russia was filled with English fans. But, you know, of course, a lot of people don't want to go due to many fears that they're not safe there, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's the other way around when people came to England. There's a lot of Italian fans that made the trip for the World Cup for the final.
But I don't imagine they'd be heading out to Qatar.
Exactly. But, I mean, I don't know how... Which means... Well, at home, there's not much a home advantage because Qatar is shit.
Yeah, I
I
don't
genuinely
think they're
do
going
hope
to
they
win
get...
it.
Whoever's in their group, I hope they get smacked 10-0 every single game in front of their home fans and they get knocked out in bottom of the group. That's what they deserve. And hopefully they'll change countries.
If they get through now.
They better not. If not, I want... Actually, no, that's it. I want England to draw and then we beat them 10-0.
That has given me a decent idea, though. What are we saying in terms of dark horses? What are we thinking?
Ooh.
Because I know it's still a long way away, and we'll do our full predictions on that like late October time. But might as well discuss it while we're sat here waiting for them to actually get on with the draw.
That is a tough one. Possibly Denmark?
Yeah, did well in the Euros.
And they've got a very good side.
But yeah, dark horses obviously make there's lots of definitions because it could be a team you don't expect to win actually go and win it, or like a team that just gets really far.
Then maybe America? Possibly.
Tunisia, Denmark, and Senegal are my dark horses. I mean, Tunisia's just biased, but we move.
Denmark's a good shout. Senegal.
So I think Senegal's a good shout.
Yeah,
I think Mane could
like that.
lead them forward. They've got Edouard Mendy as well, of course.
Koulibaly, yeah.
Idrissa Gueye.
There's a lot
You've
more.
got
That's just...
Abdou Diallo. Should keep naming random Senegalese people.
They have got a good side. I think I like them. Obviously, Tunisia is probably a bit biased. I don't agree with that. But obviously, yeah, I'm a fan. But the other Denmark and Senegal, I agree with a lot.
To be fair though, if Tunisia got out of the groups, I think they've beaten expectations. So is that not in a way a dark horse?
Yes and no. Yes, in the fact is obviously if you were saying that they've beaten their expectations, but no in terms of going far and winning it. That's the thing. My definition of a dark horse is like a Denmark who I expect to beat their expectations massively, go quite far, and a bit of luck
Yeah.
being the final. Senegal a
fair
little
enough.
bit less than that, obviously, but I still still think they could get out the groups.
Hey, we almost through with you. Yeah, but to be fair, that was 4 years ago. This England team have got a lot better.
And it's completely
In 4 years.
It's a very different scenario, I think.
Yeah.
Completely different. Yeah, but as you said, both teams would have changed dramatically. And well, yeah, we're now 4 years in the future. As an England fan, I was still happy at the 2018 World Cup, but I don't think I cared as much as I do now.
Yeah.
So
I love how Scotland's leading World Cup goal scorers there's only 4 names on there, and even if you add them all up, they only come to 10 goals.
that is England's top goal scorer. Same
Yes.
level.
When does it start, lads? Any time now, hopefully. Any time between now and 6-ish.
I think it isn't a 5:30 start because I don't think they're drawing balls on the hat. My guess is 6. They'll start drawing the balls.
That would make sense. Let's have an hour of chit chat, then
Yeah.
45 minutes of pulling names out, and then 15 minutes of chit chat. Mainly because they want to get people watching for as long as possible, which makes sense for money. Again, ongoing theme of this World Cup. Seems to be money. For England will win it. The ultimate dark horses are Ecuador and Uruguay. Yeah? Yeah, to be fair.
Uruguay.
I'll back a Uruguay dark horse. Nunez,
Suarez.
Cavani, Suarez, whichever of those 3 play up front. I imagine it'll be Cavani,
Palestri.
Suarez at the moment. Yeah, Palestri.
That's about it.
Federico Valverde.
Godin still plays, doesn't he?
No. Oh, well, he might start. Jose Maria Jimenez.
Yes.
Fernando Muslera.
Yeah, not a bad side. Ecuador.
Strong. Bentancur. Also Uruguay.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
Leif, there's an ongoing theme that just picking nations that have Tottenham players. France, because I got Lloris.
England, Kane. Germany, no, I butchered it. I don't know. And there's a lot of teams that could go far. There's quite a few teams that could win
Yeah.
it. And there's an opportunity for a lot of upsets, like England, Iceland, for example.
I'm trying to think who I'd go dark horse, because for me, if Sweden were through over like Poland, which was what they would have gone in over, then I think Sweden would be my dark horses. I think they were my dark horses for the Euros and they did well. So they were doing well, then they lost to Ukraine, and then they would have drawn England. So I don't think they've got much further than that. Can we not show clips of our 7-0 win of Andorra over Andorra or something like that while discussing the World Cup? Because I don't think that's exactly like, we're going to win it now.
Because
we've battered
we crossed the ball
Andorra.
in and sat one header against the Andorra right back.
And what can I say? We have the best international players because they have Kulievski, right? Yeah, that's exactly why I went for Sweden. And no, it was mainly Alexander Isak.
Gimme a ginger.
And now they have Rhythm as his answer. So
It's not a bad Swedish
yeah,
side.
I was shocked that Poland beat
Are
Sweden.
they in the World Cup?
Yes, Poland are 3-0.
Yes.
Sweden lost to Poland,
Oh,
which I was, as I said, stunned by. Because
Poland,
those
you
were
got
my dark horses.
Szczesny or Matty Cash,
Matthias Szczesny.
Szczesny, Fabianski, Lewandowski.
I was going to say, how have we left Lewa to 4th there? Zielinski.
Yeah. The Glick still kicks about from long ago, I think.
I mean, we did a podcast on whether the US could ever win the World Cup.
I think they can. Not this year.
I don't think this is their year, no, but I think they've got a shout of being dark horses.
Yeah.
Pot 2
Harrison,
means that they
Dest.
could draw an easy
Way up.
group, relatively. Like, if the US were to get Qatar, then I think they're through.
Carter Vickers.
Because I don't think there's anyone in Pot 3 and Pot 4 they can't beat. And, yeah.
I get you. I see your point. I wonder if we get going by quarter 2, hopefully.
I think we'll either hear another 7 minutes waiting for anything to happen, or another 22.
By the way, it has flown out. We have already been live for we're nearly an hour.
Yeah, we've almost done an hour.
We've talked about a lot.
Yeah, well, it helps having people in chat. You know, if you have no one in chat, you know, there's not much we can discuss. But
yeah. Did wonder
excellent
though,
sports so far,
if
guys.
you did
Appreciate it a lot.
want to go through the strongest 11 that haven't made it. Because I think that
I
was quite
saw one
interesting.
on Bleacher Report. That was decent.
Because likes of Haaland, Salah, Diaz.
God. Maybe Lewin Disney will score a World Cup goal. We do not appreciate any slander of anyone on here unless it's Harry Maguire.
No, Harry Maguire. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late.
I do think that does have. That is an interesting debate. Kane versus Lewandowski. I think it's, in my opinion, Lewa's much better, but
individually, it's close. Obviously, team-wise, Lewandowski's clear because Kane's never won anything. But in terms of individual records and awards, Kane has won a lot. But Lewandowski did get robbed of the Ballon d'Or last year.
yeah.
But I think it's an It is very tough. It's a tough debate. I prefer Kane, but I think I might have a bit of English bias.
Well, would Lewa do what Kane does at Tottenham? No. No, they'd probably do better, to be fair.
Yeah, he would.
Nah, I'm just mocking. I don't know. No. I think if you put it the other way, would Kane do the same as what Lewa does at Bayern? I think very much so. Maybe not quite as many goals. I don't know.
I'm going to say
Maybe
Kane.
more goals?
I'm going to say Kane.
But to be fair, I think if you put any number 9 in that team, they're very good. There's got a very good chance of breaking every goal scoring record
I'm
ever.
going to say Kane. I think Kane.
Just trying to find that team that I saw. I mean, it's pretty. It's like Salah,
Haaland, Diaz.
That was the front three. Which
yeah, it was a really strong 11. I was really. It's quite interesting to see and to think. You know, see Egypt.
might not have been 40.
I do think that was wrong though for Egypt to be knocked out by
Strike
Senegal.
43.
Also went to penalties and then Senegal fans probably didn't really help Egypt out there, didn't they?
What was that one? Oh yeah.
Salah's missed penalty and they're all shining lasers in his eyes.
Trying to remember.
I mean,
the
obviously,
game.
it didn't.
That was
That can't be
ridiculous.
I don't think people should be blaming the whole fact
Yeah.
that Egypt were knocked out because Salah had some lasers in his eyes. But that is probably will have something to do with why he missed the penalty.
Well, yeah, it's,
I mean,
not,
I hate
it's
that.
certainly
I
not
hate
going to be a
to take it.
help.
I'd hate to take a penalty
Oh.
with all these lasers in my eyes. That must be difficult, but obviously, I mean, I'd expect Egypt to win. But Senegal are good. But yeah, obviously, so no Salah, Colombia out.
I'm just trying to find any.
With Diaz, that's an interesting one because I think Colombia have got
Team,
quite a strong
right.
side.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, you got Diaz, Zapata.
Here's
James
one
Rodriguez.
by Transfermarkt. The most, I think, it's the most valuable team. Donnarumma, Skriniar, Alaba, Bastoni, Salah, and Didi, Barea, Verratti, Chiesa, and then Zlatan
I
and
completely forgot about Italy.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about that yet. With North Macedonia.
Yeah, big shock. I don't know if they'd have beaten Portugal anyway. So, I mean, I think it was.
I think Italy would have beat Portugal.
Don't know. I
We
think
wouldn't have seen Ronaldo in his last World
I think
Cup.
the Sue effect.
It's not as effective for Portugal, though. Effective for Portugal.
Yeah, no, it's actually what's his face that came up big. Bruno
Bruno. The first big game he's
ever turned up to.
Well, it's not that big, was it? I think they're
I mean, it got them to the World Cup, and Italy didn't beat them. So
they had to beat Barnsley to get.
does
through.
this finally prove that Bruno Fernandes is a better penalty taker than?
No. He's not the best penalty.
Jorginho?
No, he's not. And he's not a very good penalty taker.
Well, Jorginho's not at the World Cup.
No. I do think it is mad because I think Italy should have. The fact that Italy went to the qualifying round was not very good for them at all.
Yeah.
Or the playoff. Then the fact that they didn't get through through the playoff. I think it's very surprising. I think it shocked everyone when they lost to North Macedonia. I mean, it's unbelievable that it was, it's listed a couple there, but that 11 isn't going to the European champions.
Not going.
Are not going. That should have been England, man. We should have. But what would you rather taken?
If we meant the team not going.
What would you rather taken? Euros win and not make it to the World Cup, or Euros runners up?
I think it depends whether England win the World Cup.
Yeah, because if we get knocked out in groups, I'll take the Euros. If we win the World Cup, then I'll take it.
I'll take it. Like, you're the one going to be making the decision. They're going to just stick the trophies in a room and go, right, we're going to nominate Harry to do this. Pick one.
I'd rather win the World Cup than the Euros. But to see England win on home soil would be incredible.
Yeah, of course you take the World Cup over the Euros. That is obvious. World Cup or Champions League? Draw has started. Has it? We might be Sky Go delayed, which should mean that we'll be cut to it in a second.
5:44, so we're starting at quarter
exactly.
2.
So if it starts at quarter 2, then might be about to cut to it.
Okay, well hopefully we
If
are.
not, we'll try. If not, we'll try and get over to. Well, are you on? Is it on FIFA? It's on FIFA.com, isn't it? I'll try and find it on.
We'll have coverage of something anyway.
Here. FIFA.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I need to take caps lock off. There we go.
But yeah, on BBC.
It's on BBC, is it?
Check that on then, because this does not look like Sky.
Bin Sky Sports off then.
Sky are in there.
Sky Sports mudded. BBC is not on Sky Go.
Oh, you have to go.
Gonna have to go BBC.
That's alright.
So, 26 votes now.
Gonna miss the first pot.
No, we won't.
That's alright though, isn't it?
It's probably only going to be like one.
It's just
thing.
drawing what seed's going to be in which group. No one, no big things. Yeah.
If I completely forgot BBC because when I was looking to see whether it was on, I was checking on Sky Go on the laptop, so I didn't see any BBC stuff on it.
iPlayer.
And of course, usually I use FootMob to find it. BBC One, I believe. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, FIFA World Cup.
It's literally on the BBC iPlayer homepage. Watch live.
Yeah, watch from the start.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jermaine Genus.
You are joking.
No way.
This cannot be right.
What
You're telling me that Jermaine Genus...
If he's on here, I've got a chance at Prime Minister. What is this? Cafu's there and Jermaine Genus is in charge.
Jermaine Genus is hosting the World Cup draw. The world is over. Who's in the Red Bull? Ask Qatar.
I was going to say,
They have to be drawn. So what was the point of swimming around? Because we know, look, Qatar.
Team number 1. It's Qatar!
They have to be in Group A.
What? That is crazy.
They're
I was not expecting that. That is a mental first draw. Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Right.
Did anyone else see that coming? I've got that actually on my bingo card.
Right.
Right, what's the luckiest letter here for England to be drawn in? I'll take a little B. I don't mind a C.
Group or...
A.
Shock!
Wow. That is mental.
I forgot they do this. They draw a team and then...
The group.
But we are getting a move.
Why don't we just draw it in team order? So
They're
confused.
not biased.
Rigged.
Next team, England.
There we go.
England.
Lovely jubbly.
England. Na, na,
I mean, I literally said I'll take a bit of B, but I guess I have to sit with pan to Gareth Southgate.
Right.
Let's see what group we're in.
Then. Go on, give us E for England.
Yeah, actually, that does make a lot of sense. Or W for winners, preferably.
Oh, that has to be group.
They've got to draw the groups for the other lot, don't they? So it is B.
We're in B. What's the point in drawing it then? Just go C. B. No,
You don't need to put the red balls in there, do you? No. Cafu, get a move on. Just put them out before the other fella can get his groups out. Just go for it, lad.
Group C is Argentina.
Well, now we're gonna see what group they're in. You know what? I'm gonna
see what group they're in.
For fuck's sake, I'm gonna stick £100 on Argentina being in Group C.
Wow.
This isn't the fella we had before. I swear it was Darren Bent a minute ago. Now it's some other bloke.
Who can't undo the thing. Now he has. Guess C.
Wow.
Wow,
this is ridiculous. I can't believe this is happening.
This is a joke. This is such a waste of time.
Can we just get the first... Yeah, can we get rid of the group bit?
Group D is gonna be...
Right, well this bit's all a bit pointless at the moment.
If they take a break between drawing the next team, then we so
Can we just pull out the teams? We know what groups they're in. Sorted.
Even the graphic highlights the group before we even find out what group they're in.
Bang, nailed it. We can hurry this shit up. Why are the balls hidden if you know already their groups? I know. This is mental. Also, they're all already in D, E, F, G. We already know what group they're going to be drawn in. What?
D. Wow. Did not see that one. That is a shock to me.
I'm well confused.
We're gonna
so they're drawing them out, then going, so they're going to be in this group.
Because they're reds. We know that.
And I think it's for the whole tournament. Because look, you see that there's pot 1. When it pans the other one, that has the letter
Spain in group
on
B.
the ball thing. So I genuinely think the balls are completely pointless. So we're going to pass the other blokes.
Oh yeah. No, I get what you mean.
Who has a E.
Oh my god. They'd be pointless.
So is it genuinely has no purpose?
No.
Whatsoever. That's Tim Cahill, by the way. Interesting.
No, the only purpose is
to find out
what slots they get in. So they get 2, 3 or 4. Which doesn't matter whatsoever.
Because I thought it would just be done based on what pot they're in. So why are we...
It might be. What are we faffing around? Right, anyway, Group B was Spain, and now Group F is Belgium.
Can we get into seeing some actual, like, who's going to play here? Cafu's very smiley. I will say that. He's loving it. Roberto Martinez, not so smiley.
I wonder what Group Belgium are in, guys. Maybe it's the red ball.
Do we have to cut to Jermaine Genius every time? Can we not?
No,
Tim Cahill
speak and he's saying, "Right, Tim, can you pull the ball out, please?"
That's his accent. Jermaine Genius is well known for speaking.
Tim Cahill goes.
I do like when it's F1. That's good. That's how. Maybe that's how they announced the Formula 1 street circuit. Here it is. Right. Oh.
Well, imagine they did that for F1. They drew out like Spa, and then you went into that and you went Formula E.
Yeah, they don't even know where they're going before the year starts.
Brazil will be Group G.
Or they do put it.
Portugal.
They put it in the numbers.
They have to do this. They have to draw. They have to bother drawing Portugal to show it's not like rigged.
You don't know what race is going to be when, so they draw out the race and they draw. It's going to be second.
We are going to have.
So
F1.
we have Brazil there and then Portugal. We don't need to draw Portugal. In fact, the next 3 balls are all pointless.
Show they're not being biased.
There's nothing in there. We forgot Portugal.
When was it they did that?
How did they forget the nation?
No, it was the Champions League draw where they drew two. They drew two. Wasn't it United and someone? They drew them against another English side. Or they had they're in the same. Didn't they draw United Villarreal? They were in the same group, so they couldn't be drawn. Because they cocked up the draw, didn't they? They'd do it again.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea got Lille twice.
And then Lille again, yeah. And if you're a PSG fan, you're fuming because they had someone well easy. I'm fairly sure on the first one. Then they got Real Madrid.
Benfica, and then they got Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, Benfica. That's it.
Which I guess this is why they're taking forever, so they don't know they can mess it up.
If anyone in chat wants to keep us entertained while we're just watching them pull balls out of boxes
Right,
for no
hopefully
reason.
they now don't take a massive break. Hopefully we get straight into the
Boxes, sorry,
second.
box. Yeah, we're now going to discuss which of these 8 teams are going to win it.
So you've got Qatar in Group A, England in Group B, Argentina in Group C, France in Group D, Spain in Group E, Belgium in Group F, Brazil in Group
Right.
E, and Portugal.
No,
in
they
Group
are
H.
rattling through this.
Yes.
You know what? I like this.
We might be done then by like.
No. Oh, BBC
might
back
be
soon
done
now.
by half
BBC's
six
back
then.
already.
Right, here we go. We're going to see some action.
Oh, who are Qatar going to
No, they
play?
might
Or some
actually
other
draw
group? I don't know.
Right.
If this is just Group A, I'm going to be furious that they've got the other people on balls.
So the next team to be drawn from pot 2 is
It's the Netherlands.
So do
So
they now
will
go
they
to
be
Group
playing
A?
Qatar, or do they now get to play a random one?
We're going to find out.
Or do they have to stick the people choosing to get to pick which group they take it from?
Oh. No.
It is
They
A.
go straight into Group A.
So what is the point in the other balls?
But they're
why
gonna
is-
No, I genuinely think it is what I said.
Why is this man here?
I think it's going to be which one they slot into. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, but why?
A4!
I-
Because that matters, unless there is something that matters.
It's going to change when you play the team.
Unless it... So the Netherlands are in Group
No,
A with
it
Qatar.
changes when they're going to play.
Oh.
So
what I
Qatar
do
won't
feel.
play Netherlands now on the first game. They'll play
No.
one of the teams from
Right.
pot 3 or 4, I
England have
think.
got... Oh, here
They'll
we go,
play
here we go.
eight.
Who have England got? Pot 2.
USA! Wow.
Ooh. So England will
But
play
what
America.
position on the grid will they be? I am intrigued.
Okay, I'll take
2,
that.
3
I'm
or
glad we haven't
4.
got Germany or Denmark. But
Yeah.
I'd rather... No, I'll take
I
USA.
think USA are definitely beatable.
Right, yeah.
And that's
everybody's
a-
in chat.
That's a big game because we
get
our,
reacting to
our
these
main
draws.
2 audiences are England and
Why
the
has the
US.
chat has gone quiet as soon as the draw started?
They're also glued to
Unless we are watching
to
it, yeah.
where the US are going
Yeah,
to
if you're still
come
in chat, make sure
in the
to,
top 4.
let us know what you think of this draw. And USA will be drawn in
Well, it's
third,
B3.
so
That
England
is
will play them second.
that is so important. That is great.
Guess if you build up a no.
So that means US will be playing whoever's 4th in the first match, and England
Yeah.
will be playing whoever's 2nd. I think that's how it
Right,
works.
Joining Argentina in Group C.
Yeah, for the World Cup, we will basically just be watching every game we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll definitely be watching the first one, so I'm really hoping whoever Qatar are playing
Argentina with
against is
Mexico.
someone good. Mexico. Ooh. See, I don't like this because it should have been Qatar-Netherlands on the first game, which would have been really good. You know, I'd have enjoyed watching Netherlands batter Qatar. But now, if Qatar get Saudi,
Oh,
then we're going to have to
That's-
sit here and watch
can't-
Qatar
no, they
Saudi
can't,
early. Because they're in the same...
yeah,
That's smart. That's probably why they did it.
yeah.
So that doesn't happen. So if they could... So
Just pick the ball up, mate.
No, Group A's definitely got the Ukraine-Scotland thing in. Or Ecuador.
Or New Zealand, Costa Rica.
Yeah, okay, there's not a lot. There is a lot of options, actually.
And Argentina will play Mexico second.
Okay. That's a fun group. Argentina, Mexico.
I wish they drew like the C3 thing first and then the team. So it was more dramatic.
Yeah, I don't care about the bloody places
Here
they
we go.
play.
Right, joining France.
do it in
Go
order.
on, give them Germany. Give France Germany.
Come on. Germany, 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 Germany,
Go on,
Germany,
go on,
Germany, Germany, Denmark.
Ooh,
Could be a potential banana skin,
France,
but I
Denmark.
don't reckon so.
that's an
But
interesting one.
potential for banana skin there.
Deschamps smirking.
That's not Deschamps. That's
Oh,
the
sorry.
Danish manager.
Is it?
Yeah, Hjulmand.
Oh, that's why he doesn't look very happy then.
Yes.
Because he's just drawn France.
He's got to play France.
He
He was really hoping he had Spain, wasn't he?
No,
Or
he
Qatar.
wants Qatar. Right, and France.
To be fair, I mean, France will be the tough game, but if you get 2 other easy teams,
Yeah.
then you're all right.
Denmark will play
It was like,
France second game of the
was it this? No, it must have been last season now. Remember when there was that manager that was just laughing because he played Barca, Bayern, and like
It
or
was-
Barca, Inter, and
Yeah.
someone like that. Someone else.
He got drawn, yeah, because he got drawn as Barcelona.
And he just burst out laughing like, we're not going to get out of that one, are we?
Joining just Germany.
Spain. It is Germany.
Oh.
No, well, I don't mind that as a group. I mean, it's the shittest one Germany could have been drawn in, other than Qatar. That's a massive letdown.
They are all like a bit boring. That's probably the biggest game we're going to see.
The two biggest teams in pot 2, Netherlands and Germany, have got the 2 easiest teams from pot 1.
Prague. I don't know.
World Cup draw continues on BBC. Wait, they're not cutting from it now, are they? I mean, we're on iPlayer, so it should just keep playing.
Leaf. Here we go. Hang on.
Prague.
Spain will play Germany, second game of their.
But it's just
tournament.
3 every time.
Do we need to flick over?
It should be fine. I don't imagine they're just gonna. We're on iPlayer, so it's not like we're now gonna watch the one show.
We're not watching BBC One. We're watching the World Cup draw.
Yeah.
So it should carry on. Belgium will then play.
Drum roll, please.
Go on, give them Croatia.
They have
got Croatia.
To be fair, not too shabby.
No.
Also, this now means that Switzerland play Brazil and Uruguay play Portugal, right? Because you can't have 2 from the same continent. So the next 4 balls are
pointless.
Totally pointless.
Oh, smart.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, that was it.
Sorry, we make references, forget we made the references, then get confused when people inform who our
message was put in when we were talking about
references.
it, but with the chat delay a little bit,
yeah,
got it behind. Belgium will play Croatia with their third game.
I think the Croatia boss is quite content with that. I mean, that's the best of the last 3 options, probably.
They're doing this in the Doha Exhibition and Convention
Centre.
Oh, Jonathan Pearce is commentating.
What's he saying?
On commentator.
And here we go.
And that's also what Jermaine Genius said.
He reaches into the box.
Oh,
it's
right.
Uruguay.
Brazil have drawn Uruguay.
I thought that couldn't
But
happen.
the Sky thing.
Hang on, are they gonna go? Wait, that can't happen. To Group H with you.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was what's going to happen.
Oh.
I'm guessing that's what she's now explaining. That's what they're explaining.
Okay, there's gonna be 5 minutes then.
Oh, we're have to find out. I love what you're thinking.
Without audio, this makes no sense. I don't know what's going on.
They've got to move the bloke across because he was ready to draw a ball from G.
He's already got one from G. He got bored. So.
Which that means we don't need to draw Switzerland.
Right, this is how they can make World Cup draws better. Don't draw ones that are pointless, because I know the next 4 balls. Well, I don't know what.
No, I guess I have to
H3.
for like, cheating reasons to prove that they aren't cheating. It is Switzerland. Switzerland were actually in the draw.
Doesn't say, it's just a bit of Swiss chocolate in there.
Didn't
even bother writing them on a piece of
paper. And then, as we know, so Switzerland will play Brazil.
It's just a little Lindor in a bowl.
Uruguay's quite interesting.
That would be better if they just put in a little bit of food and then the presenter got to eat it. Just like a Lindor.
That tastes Croatian to me.
Don't know what it was. It's not like, guess. Well, if I had to guess, in my professional opinion,
he draws one out, goes, that tastes like Germany. Draws another out and goes, that tastes like Germany. Germany then in 2 groups.
Germany in every group because this man can only taste Germany.
Yeah, so Switzerland will play Brazil. I've noticed. Hang on, I'm just going to wait before I say this.
Toughest group so far, Group H probably.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the most interesting.
So I've noticed that none of the pot 1 teams will play the pot 2 teams as their first game.
That's going to be a fun first week.
So, Group A, Qatar.
Well, to be fair, we could get like a. If you throw Senegal in that last group, I mean, this could be a brilliant World Cup.
Right, just a bit of roundup. Group A, Netherlands. Group B, USA. Group C, Mexico. Group D, Denmark. Group E, Germany. Group F, Croatia. Group G, Switzerland. Group H, Uruguay.
So we know Poland and Serbia can't be in E or D or F.
No.
Okay.
Right.
This is a bit.
So into
I don't know if I like
A,
the continent rule. It just makes it all a lot.
Do a round go. I don't know what continent.
No, they'll be in B, won't they? Then.
I believe they'll get moved.
If
to
this is England, US,
oh my God,
Iran, and then Wales, the
possible
group will be correct.
Well, and I think they're explaining it again.
Because apparently we need to cut to someone other than Jermaine Genius because Genius doesn't understand either.
No.
He's like, what? So they've drawn it out and it's not in that. I'm well lost.
Yeah, so Iran, so England have got USA and Iran. I like it.
I'm bored.
Like will England play them? Hope they don't play them first though. Hope they don't play. Actually, no, because they're probably the best team we're going to get.
I'm going to cry.
So England's first game of the tournament will be against Iran.
Yeah! How fun!
God, that's what I've waited an hour and a bit to see. England play Iran first game.
Yeah. This is the shittest groups possible. But it does mean more big teams will get through, hopefully, I guess. Is that an upside? Who knows? Now we're going to see who plays Qatar. Senegal. To be fair, love that first group because Qatar are now out.
Yeah.
So, doesn't matter who we put in there. Who cares? And they finished top of their group in the qualifiers. They have some good players. Yeah, but I just don't see any way that Iran even get a goal against England.
And they might beat US. That's the thing though, well, it depends who else England get.
But yeah, I love that first group. Qatar are out.
Iran and Senegal. Qatar, Netherlands and Senegal. But so what will be the first game of the tournament that we'll be watching live? Will it be Qatar, Senegal?
No.
No.
It's going to be Qatar, probably against Wales. That is the biggest mismatch in nations I've ever heard of. A Welshman.
Senegal can finally make it to the... Yes. They should do.
Unless Wales are massive.
Unless they do get...
Because Wales in 2018, pure vibes. Oh no, 2016,
Group C
pure
with
vibes.
Argentina and Mexico.
Please be Poland or Japan.
Poland!
But it's Poland.
Ooh.
I don't mind a bit of that. That's a lovely group.
That is a tough group already, and they've still got one thing to draw.
And if you throw... Who's tough in the last one?
Wales.
If you throw Wales in there?
Or well, we keep saying it could be Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's Ukraine. I think they're the best team of the three. But from a purely...
It would be quite nice if
United Kingdom rule...
Ukraine got through and got into Group A and their first game of the tournament against Qatar.
Right, are they going to... Is it going to be Argentina-Poland first game? Because if so, I'm kind of digging it.
It's not.
It's not. So we got Argentina-Wales.
They're
the only team I remember from the bottom one.
They could have Saudi.
It probably is going to be Saudi because Saudi can't get drawn in the first two now.
Yeah. So Saudi get drawn rivals.
We might know every draw before the end because some teams can't be in other groups. Like England.
We'll have to teach them how to undo it.
England, Iran, US. They can't play Saudi.
Going in France and Denmark is not Serbia because it can't be.
Oh, so they're just going to go to Group G all the way to Group G.
I don't believe they can be in D, E or F.
Because they're all
European.
Double Europes. Yeah, so they are now explaining how rules work again.
So Serbia will play with Brazil and Switzerland.
The bloke that stood at D's got a trek across the thing.
Yeah, well, no, he's already there. He's on the ball.
He's nailed it. Good job, mate.
That's quite an interesting group, though. Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia.
This is terrible news for Tunisia. Oh, yeah.
Oh, because they can't be in Group A or B.
No, they're either in D, E, F or H. I mean, you're hoping for E now, if I'm honest.
They could be in G, can they?
Not now.
Why not?
G. They've just drawn someone in G.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot they're in top 3. Oh, yeah, Tunisia are in travel.
I mean, you're hoping for now, I guess, E? That's still Spain and Germany.
No, D, I guess.
I mean, you're going to get to watch some good football.
No, I want H.
And it's likely we'll watch them on live at some point.
You've got
Tunisia in France and Denmark. To be fair, I think Denmark are beatable.
Yeah, especially
possibly on a lucky day.
Tunisia have got Denmark and France. How do you feel like that?
I mean, France will get to see a lot of goals, so that's an advantage, I guess.
Denmark are beatable. He's not impressed, is he, the Tunisia manager?
I don't think he's going to be happy whatever the outcome of this draw.
But will Tunisia have to play France first or Denmark?
You want to get France out the way, don't you? You don't want to have to go to France last.
They have to play France last if they get them first.
But you don't want that.
So they want to play Denmark. They want to be 4, which they will. So Tunisia.
That means they've got to play France last.
Group D they will play. No, because isn't it first and last?
Oh, I thought it was first and second. In which case we are seeing Qatar, Netherlands first.
This was third and fourth, first and second, third. I don't know. I'm being stupid.
We'll find out in 7 months.
Right, joining Group E is Japan.
Don't mind that.
They're not getting out of that.
This is pointless because we're just looking at teams that are getting knocked out. Also, we now... No, we don't know. I forgot Morocco aren't European.
Yeah.
But It's either going to be
They're going to run out of teams.
Morocco in Group A. No, they've now put in Japan in Group A.
Sorry,
You absolute idiot. Have you not seen Jermaine Genius explaining this 7 times?
So Japan will play Germany first game. So Germany's first game will be
I love how they got
Japan.
Tim Cahill there, despite the fact Australia aren't even in it.
We are guessing that it'll be first and second and third and fourth.
I think that's how it starts.
I hope so, because that's what it's saying.
That's what it is in the Euros. So they might do.
Well,
they might
I hope
run
it
things
isn't,
different.
Because I do want to see Qatar Netherlands first game.
Or Qatar Senegal. Anything other than Qatar Wales.
Yeah.
And I'm content.
Group F is Morocco.
I mean, it could probably do well for views because Welsh people exist.
Yeah. So Belgium, Croatia, and Morocco now in Group F.
And also, I think there's more England fans interested in Wales than there are in any other of the pot 4.
Netherlands are a big nation, though.
Yeah, obviously I want to see Netherlands Qatar as the opener,
Yeah.
but if it's one of the teams in pot 4, then I'd take Wales in that first group. Right, Belgium Croatia group now is it's Morocco. I wasn't really paying attention. That's a good group for Morocco. Yeah.
He's laughing about it.
Well, to be fair,
man.
Belgium on a bit of a downfall. Croatia not a good group.
Which means going to Portugal and Uruguay's group will be Korea Republic.
So Heung-min Son, obviously knocked Germany out. South Korea in World Cup 2018. Could they do it here?
Maybe.
Could they knock out Cristiano Ronaldo?
The Korea Republic manager is not impressed at all.
I'll be honest, I don't think any manager's happy to be there.
Well, no, but the thing is, they could have taken Qatar, Senegal.
Right, let's hurry up, put them in there, and let's see what happens. If they mess this draw, we've got to go through the whole thing again. I'm going to be fuming.
No, we shouldn't.
You never know. Also, now the balls are going to be pointless for this last one because we can see where they're going to end up. So second balls are going to be pointless. It is now 6.
NH4. Oh, that's a good group for Morocco. Yeah, I do think they can get through with that.
Well, from what I've just had messaged to me, second place does go. It's first versus second on the first game.
Okay.
So
we will see Qatar versus
Canada.
Fantastic, by
Canada.
they're just explaining here that they've still got to do 2 playoffs and a European playoff.
If it's Canada first, that is an amazing group. Or Canada, any of the last 2.
So Canada can't be with in Group
B or C. B or C, can't be in either of them. And the IC playoff can't be in B or C either. Because Costa Rica.
No, it will be Canada first. Or one of the playoffs, sorry.
Why?
The playoffs. Because Ghana,
Cameroon,
Saudi,
Ecuador, Saudi.
Ecuador can't be with
So
Senegal.
it's guaranteed gonna be Canada.
Oh no, they could get Ecuador.
Or an IC playoff.
Or Ecuador.
Ecuador.
They've got...
It's IC playoff 1. So it's Costa Rica...
Or New Zealand. Qatar
versus Costa Rica or New Zealand.
Will be the first game. Jesus Christ.
Can't wait. Absolutely buzzing.
What a joke. Oh no, sorry, they've gone to...
Oh, they've moved it to D!
Yes, because
Fun.
Because they're part of Asia, aren't they, Costa Rica and New Zealand, so they can't play in A
know.
or B. And
Is that maybe it's a different
Costa
team?
Rica going to C.
Is it the... Who are Costa Rica
No,
got?
because it is New Zealand. Because if not, they could go into Mexico. So if not, they could go into US.
Because I don't know which one's. I don't know which one's IC playoff 1 and which one's IC playoff 2.
Hang on, so in Group D, you've got France, Denmark, Tunisia, and
That will be UAE, Australia.
They're not doing they know the balls are pointless. We're going straight into Team 2 here.
That might be UAE, Australia
Ecuador.
versus Peru.
So they're going.
So
to
it'll be Ecuador in
Group
Group A.
Yeah, it should be. I'm doing my geography right.
I am so confused.
Should be Group A for Ecuador.
I think the ICP 1 is UAE/Australia versus Peru.
That will make sense why they couldn't go
Because
into
UAE couldn't be in the first one.
By the way, first game of the tournament will be Qatar versus Ecuador. Why? Why did they do that for Group A but not?
Maybe
for
they
Group
were
D?
really quick on off the marks.
Maybe the other bloke.
Maybe we just missed
the guy's
it.
doing it, just open them both at the same time.
Maybe we missed it because our hands were over our faces and we were crying.
African teams, yeah. Especially, because obviously either
Yeah.
the Senegal and...
Not bad. Other than Tunisia, who are going to get battered.
To be fair,
Yeah, I mean...
They get UAE, they could be alright. Going
Yeah.
into Group B, England have got... No, they haven't.
Oh my god, phew. I was about to cry.
Group C.
Because that would have been the most dull group ever.
Saudi Arabia are into Group C.
I beg we get Wales now. That's the only thing that can save us.
Yeah, 'cause we can't get
Leif,
Canada.
don't worry, sorry, I was just joking. Tunisia are going to win it.
So yeah.
April
They're
Fools.
explaining once again that Saudi Arabia
Can't
are
go
not
into Group B.
It's like they think...
Everyone out there's 5.
Yeah.
What happened, right, is what nobody in the same continent can play each other apart from in
They're going
Europe.
to draw it again because they need to, or this guy needs to flex his finger muscles. Wow,
Oh.
didn't realise that.
So Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland, Argentina. I think that's the best group so far. But Group H has got potential. So is Group G.
Group
Group E looks good.
I like that with Australia, UAE.
Group D's gonna be dull.
How it's
Like France are gonna smack some teams. Then it'll be interesting to see whether Denmark get knocked out or not.
Yeah.
Like that's what's gonna happen.
Right, this should be England. Hopefully, if it's not Canada.
I see.
Oh, England! No, it can't be. No, it can be.
Is that?
So England.
That
have
might
got
be the
Ukraine-
one
no,
with
oh, no, sorry,
Australia.
That's Costa Rica and New
European
Zealand.
That's either Costa Rica and New Zealand, in which case it can't go in B. Which, by the looks of it, it's not going in B.
Yeah, so explaining again.
Basically,
So going to
we're
group-
getting
they're going
Ghana
to
or
Group G?
Cameroon now.
It's called Group G. No, E. Sorry.
We're getting Ghana, Cameroon, or the European playoff in Group B. And E have got probably Costa Rica, which, to be fair, makes a good group, if I'm honest. I'm happy with that, like that.
There we go. Okay. We'll probably run through the draw at the end. Then
Yeah.
What's the time?
It's now 6:15. So.
Well, that's not too bad. They got going quite quickly, to be fair to them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't think we'd see a first ball till 6 o'clock, but we got one at 1:45. So. An hour into the live stream.
Right, next. Is this going to be England?
It's European playoff.
Oh, we've got the...
It's fucking Wales. It's the literal possible group. It's England, US, Iran, and Wales, or Ukraine or
So
Scotland.
England will play Iran, USA, or either Scotland, Wales,
Wait.
or Ukraine.
Is it? It is, I thought it was getting moved there because they spent a lot of time talking.
So
Okay.
I want Scotland.
So
that
do we
way.
know
So-
the last 3 groups? No. Okay, so still stuff to happen. Though we do know that neither Ghana or Cameroon can go into the Group F.
Yeah, so F
that's
will
going to
be
be Canada,
Canada.
which is a brilliant group.
Belgium, Croatia,
Morocco, Canada. I love that group. That's the one I'm
See,
watching.
I'm not. I'm happy with Iran and USA, but I'm telling you now though, USA
What
and
an
then either
easy
Wales,
group.
Scotland.
What
It's not.
Dull group.
USA we send dark horses, and then if we get Ukraine get through, that's a potential banana skin.
We'll batter the US. We'll batter Iran.
Cameroon going to Group G,
And then we'll play Scotland or Wales or Ukraine. Ukraine are difficult, but the rest are easy. So I don't know.
I suppose.
Maybe Scotland will get another draw and they can take their
explaining
1
once
point.
again that Cameroon.
I think this
do not
can't
into
happen.
Into Group A.
To be
Group
fair,
F, sorry, that's
I love a
Group
bit
E.
of Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
That's not a bad group.
That is a gorgeous group.
And they're going to draw it for pointless reasons.
I'm going to need to get some national team shirts so that when we're watching the games, I have a shirt.
Yeah.
Because for the Champions League ones, I've pretty much got a shirt for every game now. Don't have any of these nations apart from England. I'm going to have to cop a Japan shirt. Okay.
So we now know
Oh,
that in
Eto's
Group F will be
fun.
Canada and Group G will be Ghana. Yes. Because Ghana can't play Morocco.
So, yeah. That's that then.
Is that Mark Hughes?
No, I've been thinking it looks like Mark Hughes all stream.
Yes,
I thought if
Ghana
that's
go
like
to Group A.
someone famous. Right, well we know the draw now then.
Do you want to run through the groups then, and then we can round up and...
Right. In Group A, it is Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands in what is a very simple
the
group to
first game of
predict.
the tournament will be Qatar versus
Which means that Netherlands and Senegal will be through. In Group B, it's England, Iran, US, and the European playoff. Now, that should be England through, and it's going to be either US or Ukraine,
Scotland or
Wales.
One of the mixture of
I
those
guess.
two.
I don't think Iran are getting through.
No.
Group C, it's Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Argentina should get through with relative ease, but I think there's a potential banana skins in there with Mexico and Poland.
Yeah.
You know, Mexico aren't
Well,
are no
so-
slouches, and Poland could offer some difficult competition. I think Saudi will finish bottom of the group. I don't even know if they'll get a point. They'll be lucky to. Group D, France, ICP 1, IC Playoff 1, then Denmark and Tunisia. So
you'd expect France and Denmark, but it'll be. I think, as you said earlier,
if that's Costa Rica, that's a really good group. If it's New Zealand, not so.
I think France will run away with it, and then it'll be between Denmark, Tunisia, and whoever else to win.
Group E is Spain, then Germany, Japan, and one of UAE.
Australia.
Is it Australia? Yeah.
Or,
Peru.
Or Peru, yeah.
So you'd expect Spain and Germany to get through with relative ease. Group F is Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia, which is by far the best. Well, I think the last 3 groups were brilliant, and now they've cut away from them, so I can't read them anymore. That's really nice of them. We'll have to wait to see them now run through really slowly.
On the back.
Oh. So Group F, as we were just saying, is probably the best group by far. But G, with Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon, is definitely a brilliant group.
Yeah.
And Group H as well. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea. I couldn't tell you who's going to get out of those last 3 groups. You'd imagine the first seeds would. But then
the other 3 will probably fight it out.
I was going to say, I don't know after that. I mean, Uruguay probably for Group H.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be an easy ride whatsoever. So, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult one to predict. By the way, 9-4-12 as well.
Oh, lovely.
So,
come on.
Very, very good show. CDev, H is sick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm buzzing with all the last 3 groups. They are elite
the most
groups.
competitive, I'd say. And I'm happy with England's group, because we are the best and we're going to win.
England's group is so dull. So dull.
Right, are we going to...
I'm just not about England and Iran. I mean, yeah, they'll probably round up there.
Okay, I'll go...
Because we have places to be, things to do, things to see, all that kind of stuff.
I'm just glad it wasn't as long as a build-up as we thought it was going to be.
So, quick roundup. Qatar are out. Because there's absolutely no way they're getting out of that group. And the last 3 groups are good, but apart from that, no one is that bothered. I'll be honest, there's some really naff groupings there. B's boring. A, Ecuador, depending on Ecuador's performance, could be a good group. C is decent. Mexico and Poland will fight that one out for second place. Argentina will get through. Group D is all over the place, kind of. I mean, it should be France and Denmark, but you don't know. Although I got it wrong, it's Peru, Australia, UAE in Group D, and then either New Zealand or Costa Rica in Group E. So I think that is better. Because if it's Costa Rica in Group E, that's a really, really good group. Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. But it could be New Zealand, in which case they will finish bottom. Really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad for them. Group F, Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. You'd imagine it'll be Belgium and then one of the other 3. Could genuinely be any of them. Group G is a very, very strong group. You imagine Brazil will be going through, but the other 3 are very good teams. And you know, I think Brazil could be out, if I'm honest. That could be...
Possibly.
You know, they're the favourites. They're number 1 in the world. I think they could be out, which would be amazing. Then, Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea. There's a very good chance Portugal don't make it out. To be fair, I didn't say it in Group F, but I think Belgium could go out as well. So, potential bargains for your top seeds there.
Definitely.
But sorry this isn't like a very long one. But
much else we can do.
Yeah.
It's the first non-game.
And we have things to do, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to round up there. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. And thanks for commenting if you have done. Thanks for getting involved. Thanks for the 13 already on the stream. Absolutely nailed that. Got some good votes. It's been a very good stream overall. We're live tomorrow from 5 o'clock for Man United versus Leicester. We're live Sunday from 7:15, I think, something like that, for Inter versus Juve. So make sure to join us across the next few days for them. They're hopefully going to be really good games, because if they're not, that's going to be really depressing for us. But now we're just seeing the first games, and England will play Iran on November the 21st, which is, I think, the second day of the tournament.
That's the first day.
Nah, because Qatar, Ecuador will play on the Friday night.
Yeah, sorry.
Or something like that. Yeah. But we play because we're Group B, we play quite early. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.